there are people that think that single mother households is the best thing that could ever happen to a child. Now, this man had to explain it to a woman, and I think he explained it perfectly. But first, it's good to hear a little bit of stats.
Recent stats from Black demographics show us that Black American women have more kids than Black American men. Specifically, Black American women have 1 million more kids than Black American men. Now, what is this revealing? It's suggesting a few things. It's suggesting that Black American women are having kids with men of other races, and it's also suggesting that a majority of Black American women are having kids with a small minority of Black men. Likely both are true, but nevertheless, it's really interesting to see what's actually going on, what the stats are actually showing us.
But when we're talking about relationships and loyalty to your race, then Black women will have to beat Black men in that, because more Black women are married to Black men than Black men are married to Black women. It's not a huge difference, but it is a slight difference, and that difference has to be there. When Black women do have children, more than likely the child's father will be Black. So it's not this world where Black women are having more babies by other races. It's more than likely that Black women are having babies by the same men. And when they have babies by the same men, that's probably not good men. It births these kind of people.
I got stand-up young men right now, and they only 12 and 11.
You have boys.
But they stand up right now.
Boys, not men. No woman can raise a son into a man. The only way a son can become a man is through a father. The other way is discovering it on his own. You haven't lived the male experience. You lived a female experience. The female experience is more privileged than the man's position. This chick is on a stripper pole. Can a nigga get on a stripper pole and make bread like that?
Yes,
no.
Yes,
no, you're speaking about the exception. I knew y'all was going to say that. That exception of men that actually go on a stripper pole and dance, they don't even make a fraction of the money that strippers make. So what I'm saying is facts. You don't have to work. You can sell pussy and still make it. You live life on freaking easy mode. You don't get it. You can't raise no son. It ain't happening. You don't understand the male experience. So the only thing you can hope for is maybe some nigga that you can bag as a stepfather to raise that nigga for you. And if not, you better hope that God is with your son to raise that nigga into a man.
The sad part about everything he's saying, she actually thinks that she could raise a man. And this is the mentality that have these young boys growing up and don't even know how to read or don't know how to be a man, because you raised by women that feel like they don't need nobody else, but in all reality, they actually do. It just so happens that you don't get to see that until the future. You thinking, all right, putting clothes on their back, that's it. Giving them a house to live in, some food to eat, that's how you raise a child. No, that's how you maintain a child. That's how you maintain a human being. That doesn't mean they're going to be good when they leave out into the streets. The same men that they complain about is the same men that was raised by the single mothers.
If not, he ain't being no man. He gonna be like all of these other whips that y'all chicks complain about. Sassy boys. Oh, these is feminine. Oh, they're leading me on. They're selling me a dream. They're not being masculine and telling me the truth. He's gonna be like one of those niggas. The niggas that y'all chicks complain about. What are you talking about? You raising a boy into a boy. He will never be a man.
That we live in an age where most of these men was raised by single mothers. So if their theory is right, then most men right now should be perfect for marriage, perfect to be in a relationship with, perfect for everything, because most was raised by single women. But then they'll say, no, I want a man from the past. Men used to do X, Y, and Z. Men used to be X, Y, and Z. I'm like, do you mean when they had actual families? When the mother and the father joined together in order to raise the child? You mean you really need two parents in order to have a productive son in society that you would actually like? That's what you mean? That mindset and that privilege birthed this woman right here. This woman right here is delusional on top of delusional. The contradictory in this video is astronomical.
But I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids anyways, so I don't like to deal with drama.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys that they don't want to date women with kids. Just say saying drama.
Well, let me pick that up.
Yeah,
That's not a man.
If you want to call a man a certain thing because he doesn't want to take care of another man's kid, okay. But the fact is that you look at your kid like it's something special to another person, and he's supposed to want to take care of another man's kid, is the entitlement part. And once somebody feels entitled, it's like they don't even appreciate what you give them. They have no gratitude. At least back then, the men that used to take care of women, they used to be like, this is a good man because he came in and he took care of kids that wasn't his. They praised that man. But now, it ain't gonna happen, brother. Now you have to do it. You're obligated to do it, or is something completely wrong with you?
Men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from, because don't no man want to play Mr. Cleanup guy, right?
Why not?
What is it that you can
What do you mean, why not? That's wild to say. A man does not want to play Mr. Cleanup guy. That'll be like a man sitting down and having dinner, and then the scraps that he leave, another man comes eat up off his plate afterwards. And then when the man says, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not eating off another man's fork after he finished eating off this plate. And she's like, why not? Okay.
are for me that you haven't given to another man?
Oh my goodness.
There's the reason why I'm saying that, because one, you shared your youth, your fertility, and your womb with another man. So why should I give up my resources to take care of your kids?
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I'm being very serious.
Yes.
That's some bullshit. If you are a man that has children, to say that to a woman that has children, it almost sounds, it's narcissistic as hell.
Keep in mind that this is the same exact woman that just said that she does not want to be with a man with kids, although she has kids. That is the contradictory right there.
Okay, let me ask you this. How are your kids are going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that.
See?
I would never.
But
Because you would
that's
never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
I think that's a good question because they're damn sure a liability. You want to change the question? If you was to change that question and said, tell me how your kids are not a liability to me. Yeah, exactly. Those are your kids. And the fact that you feel like a man shouldn't have to ask, like, how are your kids going to benefit me? The answer is no way. And she knows that inside this brain right here, inside this head right here, she knows. And this face right here is the face of a woman that's entitled. That you think that a man should take care of your kids no matter what. In fact, she's doing you a favor, but she doesn't even know that she's doing you a favor because you're so entitled.
That's the thing.
That's insanity.
So do you want
That
a man
is.
to come in there and share his resources with your kids?
What is the resources that he's sharing with my children?
His finances.
I don't need 'em.
Because Vic, that's cap. If a man is dating a woman,
Her saying that she don't need a man's finances is a goddamn lie. And a lot of women would say that, like, I don't need this man to do nothing. And I could take care of my own kids. And as soon as you stupid enough to take that deal and you get inside that door, you're going to have to pay for something. There's no way you buying yourself food and buying her food and not buying those kids food. You buying her a Christmas gift and she like, you don't got to buy my kids a Christmas gift. You're going to spend money on those kids no matter what. Another man's kids. And the fact that she act like that's a lie is crazy. And that's how they get men and suck them in. And then the stupid guys be like, okay, I'm going to go over there and I don't have to pay anything, right? She'd be like, no, you don't have to pay anything. That entitlement breeds women just like this and have them say the most craziest things in the world like she's about to right now.
And get married because they want financial security. Why else would I tie myself down to you, have your children, if you're not going to take care of us?
Because I love you, you love me. We can sleep in the
Love?
sleeping bag outside. We love each other.
Oh my God.
That's why you get married, right?
No.
If he loves her, he's going to grow with her and love her. The money.
Nobody cares about that.
Then
That's crazy. To say that nobody cares about it and the sole purpose of a man is to just give me what I want and to take care of me is crazy. And I think more women have the mindset of this than whatever they had the mindset of, oh, when it's married for love and somebody actually take care of you, you know, somebody to wipe your ass when you old and you can't get up. That's something that you might need. Somebody to pop your dentures in your mouth, give you some pills, remind you to do things you're supposed to do because you might forget. The people that actually care about you, nobody cares about that. Now and today. Her logic is basically saying that a man is only useful when he's giving you something. And the only reason I'm going to have children by you is so you can give me what I want. Could you imagine being with a person like that? A person that just hates you. And if you don't do something for them or do something the way they want it to be done, they're out. And I think that's the reason why it's a whole bunch of divorce. If you have women just like this saying this nonsense out loud too.
That's why the world is messed up right now. These women think money is the end all be all.
I'm sure if you had a daughter, you would not want her with a man who has nothing and just loves her.
Why they always got to go to the extreme? Why they always have to go to the nothing, like nothing at all? Like you have a cardboard box and you renting that. That's it. That's all you got towards your name. Why can't it just be that a person is normal? When they say money is the root of all evil, you start to see it. If you actually follow the money, then you start to really find answers. Always follow the money. If a woman makes $300,000 a year and a man solely says, like, I don't want no broke woman, I need a woman that's going to make a whole bunch of money, but he does not do that himself, he's looking for a sugar mama. Or if a man does make money, he wants a woman that makes money, I can guarantee he wants to pay less, or he don't really want to spike up the burden. Some men that make a lot of money choose to date women with money because it's less liability. Because if a woman has something to lose, she's less likely to do the foolishness that a woman that has nothing to lose would do. Like, say that you did something that you actually didn't do, right? Because she has a business, she has a name. So if it's found out that she's lying, then something big happened. But we always seen the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case. So therefore, even in that instance, it might mitigate risk, but it doesn't stop it, right? The fact that this woman thinks that you have to have some type of money to give her and do something for her is slavery. She basically just wants a slave. So after love, I think you should just leave these women be and just allow them to live their best life with whomever they want to live their best life with. And they'll figure it out the hard way, because it always happens when they're in like 20s and 30s, they talk like this. But none of them is Vivica A. Fox age. When you see Vivica A. Fox now, and you see how she look now and how she speaks now at 60, it's going to be bad. Keep in mind, after 35, 40, things start to dropping off. They're likely to live 40 to 50 more years after that. So that fire going to burn out real soon. And when it does, that's when we have to sit back and be like, all right, well, now you'll get what you deserve. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Allow my daughter to marry a guy just because he got some money. So we're going to put it on two scales. I know he got $100 million. I can see it. I know it. Yeah. And I can see and know this man love my daughter with his heart, soul, do whatever for, good, bad, rich, poor. I'm going to go with this side. What the fuck is money?
I'm 100% going with the guy that don't have much. Because what's the point of all that? You can always make more money. You can't just build love out of nowhere. And being with a woman like this, gotta be a big headache. Keep in mind, this woman is not a virgin. So therefore, somebody was in there. She probably has kids as well. Or she has some guy that she's talking to, and he's a fool after seeing this clip and actually saying like, oh, this is the woman I want to be with. She will be used and abused and sent off to the streets for sure. Or she'll only get men that's not her caliber, that she really just don't even like. She can use them. But no competent man is dealing with a woman like that. And if he does, he deserves to get everything that's coming.
Can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large? You got money. He got money. Give